So I'm going to start off this video with a bunch of thank yous. And first, I want to say thank you to everyone who wished me well and sympathized with my tooth infection issue. Normally, I have a very high pain threshold, and with this tooth infection, I have never been so desperate to be rid of any pain in my entire life. And to top all that off, I'm terrified of the dentist, despite the fact that I practically lived there as a child. I ended up going and spending a few days at my dad's house, so he and my mom would go with me to the dentist because they needed that parental support because, I'm just so scared of the dentist. I know nobody likes the dentist, but I'm really, really bad. Thank you EDT 1138, Lomboys Post 1975, Ballin Nick 1982, and Interghost for shouting me out while I was off with my tooth fiasco, because I have a ton of subscribers now, and it's because of you guys. So thank you. Thank you to all you guys for deciding to check out my channel, and hopefully you will not be shy and you will share with me your own experiences, and more importantly than that even, share with me your knowledge, because that is the reason why I post videos on YouTube. I love learning from you guys. I learn a lot. So yeah, thank you so much. And with that, let's get to my purchases. Okay, I'm going to start with a couple of Nintendo 64 games that I picked up from the Goodwill store. First, I have Cruisin' USA for $2. I've played this several times. I know I like this game and I didn't own it, so now I do, which is pretty awesome. Next, I have Pokemon Puzzle League, also $2. I've never played this. Hopefully it's good. If not, then I'm sure it won't be too hard to find it a new home. Next, I have some PS1 games, which I purchased from a SPCA thrift store that is close to my house. First, I have Tiger Woods PGA Tour 2000. I do not like sports games, with the exception, of golf. I find golf games to be relaxing, so I do enjoy these. Next, I have Tekken 3. I've never played any of the Tekken games, so I have no clue what to expect, and I don't know anybody who played any of the Tekken games. So, this will be my first experience, and hopefully it's a good one. It's complete. Disc is in good shape. If I don't like this, it's another game I'm sure I won't have a hard time finding somebody who wants this. And lastly, from the SPCA thrift store, I have Twisted Metal 2. I have never played any of the Twisted Metal games either, so Twisted Metal 2 will be my first experience with this series. The disc is in questionable condition. There is one part of this that is pretty scratched. Hopefully it will play. All these games were $3. I don't know if you can see it there. So if it doesn't work, it was only $3. And yet again, another one that I'm sure, should I not like it, I'll be able to find someone who does. And this last PlayStation 1 game I actually purchased from Dimple, a gaming retail store. Crash Bandicoot. A lot of first times here. I have never played Crash Bandicoot. I know, for some of you that's just insane. But yeah, never played Crash Bandicoot. This was $4.99. You can't see because the sticker got messed up when I took the tape off, so it looks like 99 cents. But it was not. It was $4.99. This very much resembles something that I would own. It's broken, but the manual's there. And this sort of thing doesn't matter to me, just as long as the game works. Car. Loud car. Next, I have a PlayStation 3 game that I purchased from Best Buy, Dragon Age Origins. Okay, to be honest, the main reason I picked this up is because it was only $4.99. And we all know Christy is a cheapo, so I was definitely going to pick this up. I think it's gotten good reviews. I haven't really looked into it, I'm not 100% sure. But like I've said before, for $4.99, if this is horrible, then it's a risk I'm willing to take because the price is right. So here we go. Dragon Age Origins. Why is that dog barking? Seriously. Shut up. This last PlayStation 3 game I purchased from Fry's Electronics, and I will admit, pulling the cash out for this game did sting a little bit. But I really shouldn't complain because I got it on sale. And the reason that I had to own this game is because I was watching Ninja Bear Hug's channel and he's doing a playthrough of this game. And it's so good. I'll leave the link below if you guys want to check it out. But after watching that, I knew I had to have this game. Lollipop Chainsaw. I actually have seen this several times and thought by the cover, this looks completely stupid. There's no way I would even pick this up and give this a look over. But it is an awesome game. Check out Ninja Bear Hug's playthrough of this, and you might find that you need to go pick this up. Alright, next from the Goodwill store. This was $1.99. And looks can be deceiving, I shall warn you. So, looks like a board game. But is it? Ha ha ha. When you open this up, this stuff is probably going to spill everywhere, oh well. What is actually in this box are a whole bunch of pogs in my hair. A whole bunch, oh my god, of pogs. Wow. I don't know if any of you have ever played pogs, but yeah. They're milk caps and you stack them. Let me get a handful here. Oh, da 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 da. You stack them all face up like so, and then you have a slammer, which I don't have. All these pogs, and you think this person, oh, just spilt all those. All these pogs, and you think the person would have had a frickin' slammer. But you take the heavy metal slammer and you flick it on top and see how many you can flip over, and whatever you flip over you get to keep. Unless you play with people who don't play for keeps, and those people suck. I thought this was really cool because I loved pogs when I was younger. And now I have a whole frickin' box full. Tons of them. Tons of frickin' pogs. What was I playing with before pogs as a child, you may ask? And if you don't, I'm gonna tell you anyway. So, at a little thrift store by my house, I noticed this tin, which is pretty cool. Batman tin for $1. But I did not purchase this for the awesomeness of the Batman tin. It's what's inside. So in here we have marbles. I loved playing marbles as a kid. All my friends did. This is what we did pretty much every recess in first, second, third grade. So really excited to find this little tin of marbles. I'm not sure if you guys had the same names for your marbles, but I'll share with you what we called them. This we called a dragon's egg. The boring, everyday cat's eye. This was my least favorite as a child. Used to hate winning these, and whenever you played for keeps, this is always what people used, or a marble with a big old chip in it. Ugh, had so many of these. These we called ice cream cones. I don't know why we called them ice cream cones. It's not a cone. Nothing on here resembles a cone. But, yeah, ice cream or ice cream cones, whatever. These we called oilies because they look like an oil spill. And I think that's all I have in here. And then you had these huge ones we called boulders. So this is an ice cream boulder compared to another marble. That's the size of those. It's muy caliente out here. Next, I picked up a board game, which I have never heard of before. What made me want to purchase this is it has a interactive audio cassette, and I've never played a board game that used a audio cassette. VHS tapes, yes. Audio cassettes, no. It is called Tales of the Crystals, and it's obviously a girl's game. Let's check this out, shall we? Now, don't you dare judge me. This is the only cassette player I have. So, keep your comments to yourself. Okay. Here we go.
Oriana's Glen. I am Old Man Oak, eldest of all the trees in the Whispering Forest. Have you read about Collingwood in your journal? If not, turn off the sound of my voice and read the journal, then return to me.
We're not going to read the journal. That's this.
Ah, I see by the light of knowledge shining in your eyes that you have learned what you need to know. Oh, wise one, the keepers of the crystals have come to help us in our time of need.
I bid you welcome, my dearest friends and brave hearts. I am Oriana. I asked you to meet me here because I've had a terrible premonition that some evil threatens Collingwood. Place your hands upon your crystal pendants and see if you too can feel the danger.
Turned into Lady Morphia, and she opened a little black jar and poured something into the water. Then, with the wave of her hand, she changed her 3 ogres into big toadstools. And off she ran. And that's not the worst of it. Along came a deer, took a drink, and...
Okay, so, Tales of the Crystals. I guess you could say this is a little girl's answer to something like Dungeons and Dragons. Except, at least in my opinion, far less exciting. You have the leader, who just tells people what to do, I guess. You have a healer who heals people. Who cares? And worst of all, you might have to be the scribe who has to write everything down. That definitely would be the girl who was the bottom of the totem pole in a group of friends. Because who in the hell wants to sit down and write everything that you're doing? That totally sucks. So, yeah, that is Tales of the Crystals. Very interesting. Don't know if I would have enjoyed this, but definitely intriguing since it came with the audio tape. And like I said, I've never played a game before that had one, so that is the reason I picked this up. It was $2.99. Oh, let's put this back. On side A, you have Save Collingwood and the Tournament of Games. On side B, you have Oriana Disappears and the Midsummer Forest Festival. So I imagine those are like the quests that this tape has. And lastly, from a thrift store that is close to my house, I purchased a bunch of posters, which are for the most part in great condition. First, I have Star Wars Return of the Jedi. I don't know how well you can see that, but it is beautiful. Great condition. The edges are all intact, none are torn off. And there is basically nothing wrong with this poster. It's in excellent condition. What do we have here? All these are Star Wars except for one. We have this one here. Ugh, I'm having a hard time stretching this out. Hopefully you guys seen that. Roll this back up. This one's also in excellent condition. The only thing is there are holes poked in the corners where obviously it was thumbtacked at one point to the wall. I believe this is the last of the Star Wars ones. Yes, it is. this one here, which also is in great condition with just some thumbtack holes poked in the corners. And lastly, I picked up this Burger King Pokemon poster that has all the little toys and all their numbers on it, just because I thought that was kind of cool. I don't collect these little Pokemon toys or anything. I just thought that was pretty neat. This poster, as you can tell, is in not the best condition, but it's still pretty cute. So I decided to go ahead and grab it. And that's it. That's all I have to show you guys for now. So I'm going to head inside because it's ridiculous how hot and muggy it is outside right now. So yeah, I'll see you all soon.